Oh, good morning. The beautiful morning. Got that great sunrise going on. How are you? Doing good? Good. Today I want to talk about the Panasonic G7. My thoughts and dreams on what I hoped it could be, what it is, and what it may not be for others. What is up, YouTube? How's it going? Yeah, on the board again today. We're going to continue our little discussion about the Panasonic G7. Quite frankly, it is amazing what you can get for $500 out of a mirrorless DSLR today. Sitting in traffic is a perfect opportunity for me to discuss the pros and cons of the Panasonic G7. So what are the pros? Let me tell you. It's very small. Ding. It's capable of taking nice photos. It's capable of shooting 4K video. It's lightweight. Ding. It has a flip out screen. Ding. Flip over screen. Ding. Interchangeable lenses. It's a micro four thirds mount. Ding. You know, the buttons are okay. It's a little hokey to get around with the buttons when you're used to like a little speed dial or a rotating dial. It does have a rotating dial on the front and a rotating dial on the back, so you can set your f-stop and your shutter speed. Sounds like I'm playing the washboards. Ding! So the crop factor on this is actually like 2.5 or 2.4 to 1. So you need to keep that in mind. This is a 14 millimeter lens. The equivalent of 35 millimeters, it ain't even 28. It's about 35. A mic jack. Ding. Dedicated mic jack. It only has one memory card slot, and it is accessible on the bottom. It does use completely different batteries than the GH5, and that's okay, but they're super cheap. So it has a micro HDMI on the side. It has USB. It has a remote jack. It has the microphone jack on the side. It doesn't have a headphone jack. I don't know. That's a little weird for me. It does have Wi-Fi. You can use their software and do a remote control of this. It does have a flash. It's just, as far as ISO is concerned, the bottom end tops out at 200. The top end tops out at 6400. You can use it above 800, but you're going to need to denoise it. It does have a touchscreen. And when I say $500 camera, it goes on sale periodically for $500 with this kit lens. It's a 14 to 42 f3.5 to f5.6, so it's a variable, it's a kit lens. Yeah, but let's talk about some cons now. The G7 shares the same eventual focus technology with the GH5. That's a term I just kind of coined just now. But basically, when you're in video mode, it'll eventually focus on you. It may take a while, a little long, it may never. The menu system is a little lacking. You can't do a whole lot with it. It has no in-body stabilization. A lens that has stabilization, it will use that, but it's the GH5 has 5-axis stabilization inside the body. G7 has no such animal. It won't shoot in 24 frames per second exactly. It shoots in 23.97, which is the TV's. It shoots in 23.97, which is the NTSC standard. I shoot in 24 because I'm a rebel. Because honestly, I don't care about TV. The only thing that the TV standard is good for is TV. This isn't for TV. This is for you. You can shoot in 60 frames a second on it, but only in 1080p, and that's okay. I mean, you know the specs going in. But I wish they would make it on a 24 FPS time base so that you actually get slow motion rather than having to go and transcode it later. Ding. Now here's what you need to know about the sensor on the G7. I can tell you compared to the GH5 here, it's subpar to that. And that's okay. It's a $500 camera with a lens. The dynamic range, it's pretty squishy. I would call it maybe 9 stops of dynamic range, if that. You put it into an intense situation with bright lights and heavy shadows, choose one because the other ain't gonna be there. But it is capable, and it shoots 4K. You can't do vlog in it. You can shoot Cine Light D and Cine Light V. I usually shoot in Cine Light D. I have found that Cinelite D on the GH5 and the Cinelite D on the G7 are close. The problem really is that dynamic range. Can we be honest for a moment? I think we can. I mean, we've known each other for quite a while now. We've been down this long road, but here we are still around. We thought about breaking up, but neither one took the bait. We thought about, oh wait, this is a Huey Lewis song. If you're looking for an inexpensive 4K little video camera with an external mic jack, it is hard to beat the G7. It really is. I mean, with all of its negatives that it has, the positives are it is a 4K camera. It has a mic jack, no image stabilization, you'd better know that. I think the pros outweigh the cons on it. The RX100 Mark V, which I formerly reviewed, it has some more features than this one, and it can do slow motion much better than this one. This one just does 60, and it could do like 960, but at a much reduced resolution. I can mount this one on a tripod. I can open the battery door. I can use external power, and do use external power. I can use an external mic with it. It's lightweight. It's $500. I mean, I'm going to keep coming back to that over and over again. RX100 Mark V compared to this one. If I wanted compact, the RX100 Mark V wins. If I want external mic, the G7. If we're just going on video, I don't think there's enough of a difference between the RX100 Mark V and the G7 to justify double the price. So for video, I'm going to say it's a nod either way. Hey buddy, what's up? Good boy. Ruggedness, considering I dumped my RX100 in the ocean and it didn't survive, I can't give a nod to the RX100 on ruggedness. But G7, I have not dumped it in the ocean. It's not a fair test. I'm not going to dump it in the ocean. The G7 has a flip out screen, and you can turn it over and face yourself. If you're going to compare the RX100 Mark V to the G7 and you're going to go on functions alone, the G7 is going to win. If you're going to put it against the RX100 Mark V on external features like mic jacks and being able to use external power and such, the G7 is going to win. Video capabilities, the RX100 Mark V, you've got many different levels of slow motion. The nod's going to go to the RX100 Mark V just for those extra functions. Overheating, G7. The RX100 Mark V, number one, 5-minute record time, that's it. And then 13 minutes before it overheats. And that's not good. G7, 29.99 minutes of recording time, and it does not overheat. I'm going to say overall, the G7 is going to get a thumbs up. It's getting a thumbs up because of the $500 price tag. If that was $1,000, I don't think I would be giving it a thumbs up. I'd probably be giving it a thumbs sideways. $500 4K camera with interchangeable lenses, that's going to be kind of hard to beat. So, in summary, should you consider buying the G7? Yeah, you should. You really, really should. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Leave a little comment down below. Feel free to ask any questions below. I'll try to answer as best I can. Go ahead and click that subscribe button for me. It's right down there, I think. No, maybe it's over here. You know what? If you don't want to click below, right at the last 20 seconds of the video, there's going to be a little circle right about here. You can just click on that and it'll subscribe you right away. And then right next to the subscribe button, there's a little bell on there. That's the alert. So if you click that, what it'll do is send you an alert every time I post a new video. So if you like what I'm doing, if you like my personality, maybe not, maybe not, I don't know. If you like my videos, my vlogs, my reviews, my builds, my everything, my behind the scenes, my short films, maybe you want to be alerted about it. So click that little alert button and don't let your life control your passions. Let your passions control your life.